Yo, bro,
Yo, yo.
are you close or no?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
joining
cool.
now.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, got your seat
Yeah.
saved.
I was taking a dump, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, you're live. Just chill.
Oh, okay, yeah, it seems like I'm literally the last guy to join. Oh, call it started. Didn't even know. Crazy.
All right, we're gonna start this in a minute or two, folks. Yeah, B-Tom, you can't be saying like shit on here on the stream, you know? We're a family channel, you know? Some fag's gonna hear and complain, so just don't say that.
Oh, man.
Yo, Wonder. Wonder.
Yo, T-Bone.
Yo,
Yo,
you gonna
yo.
join me? You want to do commentary with me, bro? I'm live right now. You want to do it with me? I gotta know. Commentary. You want to do it with me for Lightning Cup? I don't think. Don't worry. I don't think your side girl watches. You won't. She won't know. We're good. What do you think I'm doing, dog? Come on. I need someone to fill the air while I'm stuffing my mouth with pizza. Fine. I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. Let's go to fucking work. All right, guys. It's time to grace this microphone. Let me get back in that party here. Is B Tom still in it? I don't know if B Tom wants to listen to what's going on here in the voice party, but nonetheless, let's set this one up. Let's tee this one up for everyone right here. What round is it? I don't know. It's probably like round 8 or 9, maybe 10 out of 14 rounds here in the Lightning Cup season number 2. Hopefully of many. And again, we are here in Spa, one of the biggest spas I've ever seen in my life. Spa I go to is on top of a corner store, and it's only open from 2 to 10 a.m. Shout out to Asian Persuasion. Anyways, yeah, we're at Spa, Belgium here, the home of Blanchimont, the home of Pouillon, the home of Eau Rouge. See, I know a little bit about racing, and of course, the home of the bus stop where Kev Wood's mama lives. If you see her there in a fur coat, be sure to flick a quarter at her. She appreciates it's kind, folks. Anyways, we got some special names here in the mix today. Aforementioned was a surprise, folks. And man, oh man, living large, no longer behind bars. This is HMP Hooligans, folks, driving with the handcuffs on, the orange jumpsuit, property of the state. Well, I don't know about that, but we got some thoughts of a predicate felon heading your way tonight. The return of none other than HMP Hooligans from the grimy streets of London. Not everywhere in London's grimy, but HMP prefers the griminess. As always, shout out to him, all his supporters. With HMP comes fans. When he races, everyone in the joint's tuning in. They're putting away that checkerboard, they're putting away those dominoes, and they're watching some Lightning Cup racing here on the world-famous T-Bone F1. If you didn't know by now, I am the Easter Bunny. And hopefully I'll have someone join me for this later, but this is not for the faint of heart. 2 hours with T-Bone in the booth. Many men don't make it out alive. But how about this? In P1 right here, a good, not so good buddy of mine, Astalla, right now with an astonishing time, a 141.3, putting in that banker, and that'll be good enough to advance to Q2. Shout out to Astalla. Very talented Finnish driver, among the esports ranks, blah, blah, blah. What does that even mean? I don't know. I get more girls than all those esports guys. Mac T and P2. Now, shout out to the esports guys, all the Finnish guys. Astalla, of course, Mert Simpson, who's retired right there. Oh, it's not even Simpson. Either way, we probably will be having a couple more references. Yeah, about that. How about Mr. Mac T here, the man from Sin City, Vegas right now? You might want to roll the dice and try to battle Mac T, but it may be a long way home, and that could be nothing but a crap shoot. Mac T driving like Nick Papa Giorgio right now. 19 Ferraris, 7 Lamborghinis, and 1 Mustang, a yellow one, just for a girl. So shout out to Mac T and anyone who's seen Vegas Vacation. How about Mango? Once again, on top of all those time trial leaderboards, on top of your girlfriend, he is everywhere. This guy is an incredible athlete, esports-wise, great sense of humor. He has a great appreciation of hip-hop and rap, which I didn't know about either, so shout out to the Mango Man himself. B. Tom, I think the title's already clinched. He could spot the field 100 points now, and he'll still be smelling like dandelions. Greg Jennings in P2 in that Drivers' Championship right now, slightly ahead of Mr. Kaname. A dream season for Greg Jennings, perhaps the story of the whole season. Greg Jennings and Chenzo on that Jennings Academy Red Bull team. In P6, another very fast driver. We got ASRT, just Afro. He is also very, very quick. You guys know the ASRT acronym. I don't, but I'm sure it looks quick. BXT, of course, here. The flying Spaniard, Mr. Jordan Too Wavy. Rasta Cheech, Cam Rudy making a return. Justin Schrei, Wumax, Mr. DJ E-Flat representing the great nation of South Africa, as well as Mango. Shout out to him, Chenzo, and my man, Goatley, and Bobby, of course. Bobby Lyons, a much maligned, polarizing driver here. He's about as divisive as Donald Trump, folks. When he gets on that track, he's looking to make a statement. I am T-Bone. I'm going to go with a glass of water because I feel like an auctioneer right now. I'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Of course, Happy Dad Seltzer. You feeling crappy? Have a happy. Folks, let's get back into this here. Sorry it's been a long morning, man. Took the dog to the park, had to shower, feed the dog, feed myself, set all this stuff up. So much love to everyone. Always appreciate it. Lightning Cup, Spa. We've done a lot of Belgium lately, but not Lightning Cup. Shout out to all the boys in the Mushroom Cup, the Star Cup, LSR, IFM, PRL, and SRL, all the leagues, man. We got love for all you guys. Also, prayers going out to the Middle East. Anyone involved in that conflict, praying for your health, peace, and well-being of you or your family. As always, man, we're on the side of peace over here. Unless you're an enemy of T-Bone, then we want all the smoke, baby. Here's Go Lee on his out lap. Shout out to Goat Lee. Not bad. I'm such a cheese ball. All right. Ross the Cheese, of course, P2 in the Drivers' Championship in the Mushroom Cup. One of the finest young drivers in the esports community, a.k.a. the T-Bone community. And yes, sir, qualifying one here. We got 5 drivers that will be sent packing early. Jerome serving a quali ban for bad fashion choices prior to the race previously. I don't know what he was doing, mixing and matching green and blue like that, but Greg caught him and he was not happy. Mert Simpson retiring early there. Not quite sure why. Not sure he's quick enough to do a last to first, but maybe he's trying a last to last. I don't know. Shut up, Mert. I'm kidding. I like to talk shit about everyone. That's just how it is. DJ E-Flat, man. Happy to have this guy back. Wumax, happy to have him back. And none other than Justin Schrei. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. All right, folks, we are back. Q1 coming to an end. Jerome, Mert Simpson, Womax heading home here after the first qualifying session. Cam Rudy on that hot seat looking to improve on what he's got going right now. See if he can monkey vine, grapevine to a better time. Grapevining is something women do as they try to socially move vertically socially, of course. Shout out to all the women in here, by the way. Cam Rudy in 15th. Let's see if he can expand on what he's got. P15 right now. Cam Rudy. You could plan a pretty picnic, but you cannot predict the weather, motherfucker. Cam Rudy right into P14. That is going to make him safe. And now Justin Strye on the hot seat, and he will survive as Mr. HMP Hooligans heading back into the pits right there. Shout out my man HMP Hooligans. A surprise return today. And it's funny, man. Once I said there was a surprise, about 7 people all of a sudden wanted to race. The surprise being HMP Hooligans, but for the future, you could just say a surprise. Surprise driver. So, unfortunately, Hooligans, DJ E-Flat Womax will be sent packing in Q1 here. Jerome and Mert Simpson retiring. And how about Astala? Of course, notably last month, Astala and I got into it publicly on the Discord. And, yeah, now's his chance to show what he's got. I don't know what PSGL is. I don't know what PSGL. He said he's tier 2 PSGL. Like, come on, everyone in here's a tier 1 driver. He's got to earn his chops. And we're going into Q2 right here. Lightning Cup season number 2, round number 9. I am T-Bone. It's a beautiful Sunday here in sunny Toronto, Ontario, Canada. What are we drinking today, folks, on this beautiful Sunday? I am indulging in something here. But yeah, everyone let us know what you're sipping on here. Qualifying session number 2 is upon us. BXT out on the track here. Always great to see face of IFM BXT. And let's ride with him as he is on his outlap here. Thank you again to everyone for supporting this little Lightning Cup thing. Always love from my end. Thank you all. All right, so BXT here. Unfortunately invalidated. Cam Rudy sitting atop. Rosachich, Mango, Estella, Kaname, Afro, and Gregory Jennings. So Kaname right now leading the way in Q2. Greg Jennings about to go on his hot lap. We'll keep an eye on this here. 15 drivers remaining Q2. 8 minutes to go here in Belgium Spa for Lightning Cup Round 2. Just Afro, French driver, also really quick, making his Lightning Cup debut for the season. See what he's got on his lap as he proceeds. Right now, Kaname leading the way. And now Mango erasing that. Let's get an eye, though, on Afro KK. just Afro KK. Into the wall right there. Just Afro eating a little bit of that steel guardrail. Let's have a look. Here's Mango. Who's going to tango with the Mango today? Right now, P1, followed by Kaname, Beatom, Astalia, Shenzo, Justin Stry, and Mac T. Let's keep an eye on Mac T. He is spectacular around Spa. And just looking at that weather, are we going to get some rain, perhaps? I can't stand the rain. Let's keep an eye on Mac T, one of the most exciting drivers. Got a Stala right here, trying to get to that Mango time. Still very impressive lap from the Stala, Mac T, Pete, TDB Kaname, and of course championship leader Beatom. See what he's got in the tank right here. Has improved his qualifying time and qualifying overall in general. So let's see what he can pop in right here. Right there with AP3. So right now, 5 more drivers will be sent packing after Q2. We got a minute and a half remaining. All those guys on O laps. Ross Cheech will be the first to embark on the hot lap here, and he's going to need to put something impressive in to advance. And also keeping an eye out on that sky, man. Will rain start coming down here in the last minute? Let's keep an eye with Rasta, the flying Frenchman here from Quebec, Canada. All right, folks. Greg Jennings now, P2 in the Drivers' Championship, finding himself on the outside looking in momentarily. He's going to need to plop in a lap right here just to advance and maybe knock Justin Strye out of there. Rasta Cheats going to P7. What a lap from him there under pressure. And here's Greg. We have enough. Greg going in a P4 right there. Goalie in P10. He's on that hot seat. Will he be safe? Here's Chenzo. Chenzo knocking out Goalie. Chenzo getting in there. Safe at home plate. Jordan 2 wavy now, P10. Here comes Bobby. It's Bobby's world. We're all just living in it, folks. Will he knock out Jordan, his teammate? And he does. Wow. So a lot of dominoes falling right there at the end of Q2. How about that, folks? See who we got here. Rasta Cheech. Surviving. Mango, Estala, B-Tom, Greg Jennings, Just Afro, Mac T, Kaname, Chenzo, Bobby, Rasta Cheech. Our top 10 heading into Q number 3 here at Belgium. I don't know what the weather's going to do. All right, we got 4 cars hopping out of the pits here. I wonder if there is rain coming and they want to get a lap in quickly. Only time will tell. But yeah, how about Just Afro? We know this guy's had the pace before. Former Mushroom Cup race winner. Always nice when he drops in here, part of the ASRT League. I don't know what that stands for, but All-Star Racing Tier? That's what I would postulate, but I'm probably wrong. So anyways, let's keep an eye on him. He'll be the first for a hot lap, and it'll be cool just to see how he kind of drives and approaches this great circuit. Beaton with a 140.9. That is a crazy, crazy lap around here. Let's see how Mango can answer right here. The world's fastest man, Mango. Seeing if he can improve on that 140.9 set by B-Tom. Q3 here at Spa in the Lightning Cup, round number 9 of 14 here. Another dominant season from B-Tom. Really want to just show some gratitude for everyone who's raced with us all season, even last season, even as a reserve, even if you tuned in, hopped on, whatever. I appreciate you all. Let's see what Mango's got, though. Improving on the time set by B-Tom. Mango at 140.9 as well. Incredible, man. And how about Estala here? Let's see what he's got going. We all know how quick this guy is. He'll let you know about it too. Super confident driver. Apparently for good reason. Yeah, I think he's in esports, PSGL. I've heard many things, but I do know he is finished, so that means he's quick. See what he's got in the chamber right here, heading through the bus stop. Oh boy. That's a smoothness. You didn't hear anything on the car. No tire skid there. And he's going into P3, 141 on the head. Very good time there from Estala. Will Estala be a stallion in the race? We will see. TTV Kaname slightly behind Greg Jennings for P2 in that Drivers' Championship. What a season for Mr. Jennings. You might have known him as Pegleg from back in the day. But man, oh man. He has found something in the Lightning Cup. Chenzo, his teammate, greatest Mushroom Cup driver of all time, will be embarking on a hot lap after this. And Mango Man. Sheesh. All right, top 10 here. Q number 3. Nothing really brewing right now. A couple cars heading to the pits. Everyone else already there. Shout out to Emerge. Shout out to Greg, stewarding team here. BXT, Jordan, anyone who's helped with the league, another one. Chenzo. Rasta Cheech on his lap right here. Stick it with him, folks. I'll be back in a minute. All right, Rasta Cheech. Say 142 right there. Still yet to improve on that time. He's going to need to. If he's going to want to start further up, Mango, B-Tom, Astala, Mac T, Kaname, Greg Jennings, our top 6 here. Let's keep it up with Mac T, Mr. Las Vegas himself. On his hot lap, one of the most electrifying drivers, one of the most exciting drivers, Mr. Sports Center himself. Da-na-na, da-na-na. This is Mac T heading down that main straight. We'll call it the Camel Straight or the Hanger Straight because I don't know what it's called, but we are going to keep it moving here and just watch Mac T as he attacks these corners. Again, he is a king of the double overtake, the triple overtake, the quad overtake. Super kill streaks going on here. But Mac T plays Formula One in that Ferrari red. Time is now out on this qualifying session, so we'll see where Mac T will keep it there in P4. Just looking on with Astala. He will be the last one to cross, so we'll come back to him after. Here's Mr. Greg Jennings, currently in P7. Look to improve on it. B-Tom in the meantime, a 140.8, taking the pole. Here's Greg, staying put there in P7. Let's have a look at Mr. Mango, and he's got Astala behind him. Mango and Astala, a box office matchup, a super showdown. This is Ali and Foreman. This is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. This is Mango Man in P1 right here with a 140.8. Here's Astala. Can he respond to Mango? And Astala hit it. Wow. Lightning Cup debut here for Astala. Comes highly regarded as a racer. A 140.6. Jesus Christ. Astala. I think there's a Greek restaurant named Astala in my city. Every time I go there, I get the shits after. But nonetheless, hopefully, he is just absolutely flying. Speaking of skid marks, Astala, Mango, B-Tom, Mac T. How about ASRT Just Afro? I do not know what flag that is. If someone wants to school me on what flag Just Afro is, I always like to learn. TTV, Kaname, Shenzo. Man, we're going to have another banger here in the Lightning Cup. This is Spa. Those nefarious looking clouds still hovering. You can imagine we may see some perspiration or some moistness on track. But right now, we'll play that waiting and guessing game. I love races with changing conditions. You have to use your mind on the fly, use your brain. There's no ways, there's no navigation here. Just the brain cells and that racecraft, man. Lightning Cup, I am T-Bone. We are going to do a formation lap, I believe. Formation lap. Oh, should be a fun one. Lots of races at Belgium in this game, but not the Lightning Cup yet, so it's a good track. Every league puts it in, you know, rightfully so. I feel like one week we did like 4 races here, though. Oh, I'm tired and sore. It's the last time I work out before a Lightning Cup race. I haven't worked out this hard since a marathon. No, I didn't run the marathon, but I worked out that day. So 22 laps here around this gorgeous Belgium terrain. Waiting for some of these drivers to ready up. B-Tom takes his 9th shit of the day. Guy likes protein shakes. It's probably why Emerge had to miss a race. Shitting out creatine. Anyways, enough of that. This is T-Bone. This is the Lightning Cup, season number 2, round number 9. B-Tom looking to keep a stranglehold on those championship standings. Or will Astala come and put his mark on the Lightning Cup? Will Mango come back for a victory? Will it be just Afro? Will it be Mac T? Will Mr. Jennings have something to say? Let's do this formation lap. RSC Jerome in the mix, starting at the back. Shout out to him, man. Fantastic driver. Of course, last season he was taken out by Gallius, French on French crime. He hit him with a baguette. I call it assault with a deadly weapon, but it's good to have Jerome back. Astala starting from the pole. We all know how good this guy is. He has a little bit of a reputation of being a little bit of an egomaniac. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he can compose it. But again, it could be one of those things where he's just good and you know he's good. And other people don't like that. So, you know, we got to take it all in just all these drivers super competitive. Want to be the very best. You know the Pokemon theme song? Yes, that is it. When I raced, literally it's got to catch them all because I ain't catching shit. Losing last. Astala, Mango, B-Tom, Mac T, just Afro, and we're going to see if anyone can challenge Astala here. Again, the return of HMP Hooligans, folks. Did I hear a jailbreak on the news last night, and now Hooligans is here? Incredible. He wanted HMP Hooligans for sure. He is the Sirius Black of our leagues. We're taking his ass back to Azkaban after this race. Shout out to Illyrian, who's unable to attend today, all the other drivers, Sazzetti, Ferrari Pro. But we, Tom 1998, all the guys who couldn't make it, Spenny, we're going to try to put on a show today at Spa. Will it be another B-Tom dominant performance? Will Astala put his stamp on the Lightning Cup? Will Mango, will his rise return to prominence commence tonight with a victory around Spa? Or will it be Mac T's time? Just Afro, Kaname, him and Greg in that tight fight for P2. How about Chenzo, teammate of Greg? And that Red Bull Jennings Academy Racing team has been stellar all year. What a formidable duo that has been. And we're going to get things going here. Astala sitting atop in that Canadian Moose Piss Kick Sauber. Looks just like the color of Moose Piss. You can ask Greg Jennings. His eavesdrops are full of it. Yeah, we have flying mooses here. And we're going to fire this one off, folks. Ladies, clutch your goddamn pearls. Gird your loins. This is the goddamn Lightning Cup. Let's fire it off. Drop those balls. Drop those lights. Dick Clark. Here we go. Mango. Looking on here. See if anyone can make a move on Astala early where you might have to. Mango sees B-Tom try to slide up the inside there. And, wow. Heads up driving by B-Tom. He made quite the move there and just backing out in time. So Astala, Mango, Beatom, Mac T, Chenzo, and Kaname, just Afro, suffering a little misfortune there, falling back 2 positions. And here we go, folks. This is what we've all been waiting for. 20 great drivers all hustling and bustling in a pack right now. And I smell something, a silence before the storm. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Mango, a 10-second corner cutting penalty already. Oh man, he's gonna have to pit to get that one off, and hopefully a safety car will come to his rescue in the form of a get out of jail free card. Jerome falling back a little bit there. But yeah, not what Mango was looking for. Let's quickly look at this tire data. Everyone on the mediums except for 2 drivers here. I don't know if there is rain anticipated or it's just the logical strategy here, but Astala leading the way, Beatom behind him, and of course, Astala has all the pace in the world, but when it comes to that race pace and race strategy and acumen, Beatom is awfully tough to beat, and Beatom may be the best driver at saving tires that I have ever seen. So keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on the heavens above because it looks like we could see some rain at some point. Damn, that's crazy. So safety car is out. Southwest Airlines will require plus-size passengers to purchase 2 seats starting in 2026. Jesus. Kev Woods' family vacation's about to get very expensive. Lap 3 of 22 right here. Safety car staying out one more time. Just Afro eliminated from contention. Let's have a look at what exactly may have happened. I could go in the chat and find out and get the juicy insight, but I'm not sure. It doesn't really tell us a story there. So. All right, lap 4 of 22. Safety car's been out. We know how long it can take around here. Safety cars aren't reduced, but let's see the chat. Try to find out what really happened. Shout out to Merge. Safety car coming in this lap. Bobby running it a little wide there and going for the defense still on BXT. BXT unrelenting. He's going to battle Bobby. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Hear the impact here. Look at this. BXT in a precarious position here, and it not the most envious position here. Going wheel to wheel. Bumper to bumper. Tire to spike with the legendary Bobby. And Bobby in the position BXT is looking for. He's in P5 right now. Very interesting. What happened to Astala? Elected to make that pit stop under the safety car. So interesting there. He's going to have to deal with the traffic, but still something to keep an eye on. And he's going to be right behind the man, the myth, the legend himself, HMP Hooligans. He's the guy in the joint with all the desserts on his plate. I wasn't going to eat that anyways, sir, is what he hears all day when he takes people's puddings. Astala's going to look to get through here, though. And those medium tires still will be in good condition. B-Tom putting in the fastest lap of the race. 2 or 3 laps have been run off safety cars, and Astala making the move on Hooligans there. Running a little wide on Hooligans. Hooligans may not appreciate that too much. See if there's any sort of a rebuttal there. Nonetheless, Astala making his way back up through the field, trying to prove that pit stop was the right call. Further up, we got B-Tom leading the way. Mac T right behind him. How about Chenzo in P3? So quite a few drivers did elect for those pit stops. Let's see how that pans out. Lap 6 of 22 here in the Lightning Cup. Jordan 2 Wavy running a fine race himself here in P7. Let's check Astala here. Battling with Rasta Cheech. Still there in P10, Astala. He had the pole in this race, made that pit stop early. And now going to really try to look to get through Rasta Cheech here. Those medium running tires will start to feel the fall off. Also, just looking at that sky, man, I'd be surprised if we saw no rain at all. Astala. Look at Rasta fight him off, though. Rasta Cheech showing no fear right here. Feisty, and oh man, a little feisty, a little too feisty, I might say there. A little uncalled for. Further up though, Konami and Mac T. These guys have been having crazy races lately. They continue that trend. Chenzo right there as well. All of them have become fantastic rivals on track. Great drivers here in this grid for sure. Rasta Cheech there, who was, I looked like he was shoved a little bit off the track. I didn't like that. It's not very nice, Estella. Mango and Estella. Every car ahead of them has made a pit stop. We'll see how this fares. I don't know if they can take those hard tires till the very, very end. Shout out to Estella. Shout out to Bert Simpson here. DJ E-Flat, Wumax, some of the reserves. B-Tom, though, still leading this race. And there goes BXT and Bobby into the pits. All right, we've been watching Justin Try here. Solid race for him. Still in P6. Estella is going to look to get through. Still waiting on that top 6 to make their pit stops. So I'm going to keep an eye on here. Mango was gaining a bit on Estella, then running it a little bit wide there. Lap 10 to 22. Oh no! Whoa, we got BXT into the wall there. That was a big impact right there for BXT. He's surely going to be shaken up. There's going to be some skid marks in his drawers after that one for sure. B-Tom and Mac T, the only 2 cars yet to pit. 19 cars still running here. Halfway through this race. See when these guys elect to pit are these guys going to try a soft or a medium soft strategy? I do not know. It'll be very interesting to see though. Stala elected to take that pit stop during the safety car. Right now it seems to have been the correct decision. Lap 12 of 22 here. Mac T and B-Tom did make those pit stops, throwing on the hard tires. So Estala out there. We're just going to have to see if those tires hold on the rest of the way. He's going to be asking for about 19, 20 laps out of them. And yeah, something to keep an eye on. Mango as well. Jerome, Greg Jennings, Goalie, all in that boat. Cameron. DJ E-Fly retiring in the pits. Shout out to him for making his return to the group. B-Tom will be looking to make moves now that he's made that pit stop. See if he can climb back. So not everyone took those pit stops during the safety car on lap 2, so we got some disparities in schedule or strategies that we're going to have to keep an eye on here. Lap 13 of 22 here. You're just going to keep an eye on those tires. Cam Rooney going into the pits. Interesting decision there. Was on the 12 lap hard, so we'll see if everyone else kind of follows suit. We'll see how Estella and Mango's pace hold up. Estella still flying there, holding that gap over Mango. Jerome started dead last, so shout out to him all the way up in P3 now. Again, it'll depend on that tire situation. And here we go, B-Tom, Greg Jennings, Goatley. Look at this here, B-Tom going for the double overtake. Goatley is going to fight it to make it difficult. Greg Jennings being cautious there, and that's a wise call. Great camera work right here. B-Tom continues to make his way. I don't know if he's going to, he might run out of time here though, unless Estella's tires really start to fall off. Back T off this circuit there, unfortunate with damage too. Brutal to see. Him and B-Tom were together. They both hit at the same time. And Mac T, I guess, did not make it through like B-Tom did. Well, Estala holding that gap on Mango. Oh my God. Okay, 4 laps to go. I'm never doing hill sprints before Lightning Cup race again. I am tired. I'm getting old. Old as fuck. Someone told me to act my own age and I died. That's how old I am. So, let's go. Estala, Mango, B-Tom, Kaname, Goli, Chenzo, Greg, RSC, VVM, BBC, Jerome, Mert Simpson, and Justin Shirai. Our top 10 in this one. My God. Emerge. I need some recovery juice, you know? Jesus. I drink so much water in my life. Lap 19 to 22, Estala, Mango, B-Tom, Kaname, and Chenzo are top 5 right here. Maybe not the most eventful race, but I'll take uneventful. If you're an admin, uneventful's good. Uneventful's very good. Boring is good. And remember, folks, after this, in this very, very special doubleheader event, after this, we're going to slide it as Gaskin competes in G3 LSR. We all know and love Gaskin. Fantastic driver. And we are going to stream him racing while being engineered by none other than B-Tom. Gaskin has been putting together drive after drive. He is one of the best drivers on the planet. That is Gaskin, of course. You know the little Irish guy who plays soccer in IFM? Him. We're going to go support him. And 2 laps remaining. I got to give it up for Estala, man. I got to give it up for Estala. You know, it's one thing you want to come in here saying you're good, saying this league's not worth your time. He came, he showed up, and he did it. And maybe he proved it that it's not worth his time. So I'll give him credit, bro. People can talk all they want, but if they back it up, you got no choice but to accept it. He threw some shade on this league. Said he's too good for it. To that I said, come prove it. And it looks like he came and proved it. So all you can do is take your hat off to the guy. You tip your hat, you move on, and you try to get better. So shout out to Estala. Big on that. And, you know, any league that has this guy's pretty lucky. Other than the fact that he's kind of a dickhead. Nah, I'm kidding. Shout out to Stella. I'm not kidding, but you know what I mean, bro. Nah, he's cool. I mean, come on. Maybe one day, if we keep improving, we will have drivers like Estala on the regular. Like he bleeds on the regular. So, I'm going to get a message. So Estala, B-Tom, Mango, Hiname, and Chenzo. What a drive from Mr. Chenzo himself here. We are loving it. Lightning Cup Sundays. I am staring at a breakfast bagel that I should probably eat because it is cold. Justin Stry and P9. Of course, you all know me. I am the Easter Bunny, folks. Thank you again for joining me. Heading into the penultimate lap. But we got Estala. And how about those tires? 18 laps on the hard tires. Just proving that he can make it happen. Mango, no penalties other than the 10 early. Just great drive from Mr. Mango himself. No longer a bruised Mango. His girl wants to tango with the Mango again. I'm just looking forward to sitting back and watching Gaskin perform his art. We all know how good Gaskin is. He is the maestro of motorsport. Jeez. I got so much gas I could drive to China right now, folks. I don't know what's going on. Oh, boy. Again, thank you everyone for watching, racing, doing all this shit, man. I know sometimes I act a little goofy, but I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It's important to say that I do appreciate them, and I hope they appreciate me too. My Canadian moose piss kicks out. B-Tom, though, making a fight back. It's going to run out of time there. Still valiant effort from Mr. B-Tom, the face of every league he's been in. There we go. We are going to have to give some love here. Estala doing it for Finland. Many other Finn drivers don't claim him. My friend Wingish, not a fan. Lehevamato, huge fan. But, yeah, final lap here. Lap 22 of 22. That's a Clyde Drexler lap, for those who don't know anything about basketball or 90s basketball. Clyde the Glide Drexler wore number 22. Making it to the NBA Finals in 1992. Losing to Michael Jordan. Of course, the infamous game where Jordan hit 7 3-pointers and did the hand shrug. You know, the famous hand shrug pose. Yes. And, of course, he was mad that Clyde Drexler was named to the Dream Team before he was. So there was some sort of thing. He had his name. He was drafted before him. You know how MJ was. It became personal. But here is Estala. He is a stallion. That sounds mad gay to say. Salute to that man. B-Tom has been taking time off him, though, bro. He has been taking time. Of course, Estala is losing time, of course. He is a clock sucker. B-Tom in P2, though, has been taking time off him, but either way, Estala is going to have enough to cross the line. Estala getting the win for Finland, the second ever Finnish driver to get a victory, joining the likes of the great legendary Pokemon Wingish. B-Tom with a P2. Mango is back, baby, with a P3. Even though he had a 10-second early, he still overcame that. Kaname P4. Chenzo Great drive with a P5. How about Jerome, folks? All he does is win. He started P20 today, serving a qualifying ban for throwing a baguette at another driver, and he is still P6 at the end. Justin Strye, consistent, steady. Someone crashing in the back anyways. Mr. Goatley, not too bad of a race for him. Greg Jennings with a P9. Before the season started, I'm sure he would have been happy with that, but now the bar has been raised for sure. So P9 there for Greg, and Jordan Two Wavy for second week in a row, claiming a top 10 P10 performance. And you know what? I thought we were going to have rain. It looked like the rain was coming. Never did. We raced in cloud cover. And I don't know what to say, man. It was a good one. Estalo claiming the victory. Estalo, if there were 2 more laps left, you know you would have been in trouble. My man would have got you. You know he would have got you. But nonetheless, a win is a win. There's 22 laps. Much love. Congratulations to Estalo, the B-Tom, the Mango, and to everyone who had a good race, you know. Chenzo, Shry, Jerome with a fantastic drive. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. We are going to do LSR G3, folks. Go support that league, that channel. We are going to be racing and supporting Gaskin, giving him tips along the way. So I appreciate everyone. Shout out to HMP Hooligans returning. Kaname, a great drive. Go lead Justin. Greg Jennings. Mr. Jordan Two Wavy. Could do some interviews here. Yeah, we got to get ready for this next race. You know what? We're going to forgo the interviews today, folks. I know people have been liking the post-race show, but we got to help out Gaskin. We're going to stream that so you can hear us talk there and stuff. But nonetheless, all love, man. I love everyone. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Estalo. This was a goddamn Lightning Cup. This was Belgium. This was Spa. I was T-Bone. You were you. And let's get the fuck out of here.